Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're reviewing the OnePlus Nord, and to be honest, there really isn't much to talk about this phone. The story of the Nord is that it's an amazing budget phone that manages to make its way to slightly above average in all aspects that make a smartphone. Like just looking at the phone, there is really nothing that is flagship level, nothing that stands out, like literally nothing. But yet the Nord manages to offer a great overall package at a good price of $400. Starting with the design, as you can see, I chose to go with the grey onyx color variant of this phone, which I prefer as I usually tend to go with darker color options for my smartphones. Well, except with the Note 20 Ultra. I'll link my full review of that phone as a card, so be sure to check that video right after this one. The OnePlus Nord has a clean and simple design. It's covered with Gorilla Glass 5 on both the front and back, and has a plastic frame with metal buttons, including the classic OnePlus alert slider. It has this linear camera layout with 4 cameras, which we'll get into a minute, and dual front-facing cameras on the front as a punch hole cutout on the screen. The screen is a 6.4-inch Full HD 90Hz AMOLED panel, and again, it's not the best screen in a smartphone. The colors aren't very accurate and the panel also lacks saturation, but as it's a 90Hz display and the fact that it's flat without any curved edges, which I prefer, makes it a good display for a budget phone. The size of the display isn't overly large, but it's also not small. It's right in the middle, which maintains the overall size of the device itself. By the way, the screen size paired with I think the plastic frame makes this device really easy to handle with one hand. Like, it feels really lightweight and it feels perfect for daily use. There is also an optical in-screen fingerprint scanner on the phone that works most of the time and is really fast. Like, you can just double tap on the fingerprint sensor to wake the screen and leave your finger there to unlock it, which I got used to, and it unlocks the phone in under a second. So the glass and plastic design is average. The display, the 90Hz 1080p display, is also average. And coming to the performance, the Nord features the Snapdragon 865 Plus processor inside it, which is also average. You might be seeing a trend with the Nord here. The 765G processor was actually a great choice for this device. It has the price in control and offers a good amount of power for gaming on the phone, which of course is supported by the 8GB of RAM inside this phone. But leaving the specs aside for a bit, the Nord actually feels really fast and snappy in daily use. And that's because of the 90Hz refresh rate and OnePlus's Oxygen OS 10, which in my opinion is the best Android experience available in any smartphone. I won't be getting into the details of the software, but just know that using Oxygen OS is an amazing experience to have, that you won't be able to get from any other smartphone, no matter how much you pay. Talking about the cameras, it's where most budget phones tend to lag behind, and that's not different with the OnePlus Nord. It features a 48MP main sensor, an 8MP ultra-wide sensor, and now to the two useless cameras on this phone, a 5MP depth sensor and a 2MP macro sensor. On the front, there is a 32MP main selfie camera and an 8MP ultra-wide camera. Having a look at some of the unedited, straight out of the camera pictures from the OnePlus Nord, we can see that the cameras really struggle to pull out dynamic range, and also tend to look flat with muted colors and darker shadows, especially in partially low light scenarios. However, the cameras do a reasonable job in broad daylight scenarios, including the ultra-wide lens. A point to note is that there is quite a lot of quality loss when using the ultra-wide lens, but it's always worth it in scenarios where you want to capture more in the frame. Overall, the cameras on the phone won't blow your mind or something. They do a decent job in most scenarios, but sometimes disappoint, especially in low light scenarios. The battery life on the OnePlus Nord has been good but not great. It has a 4100 mAh battery that easily lasts through a day with around 15% left by the end, and that's using the phone at around half the brightness level and 90Hz. What makes the battery great is the charging speed. The phone came with a 30-watt warp charging adapter inside the box, and it charges the phone from 0 to 70% in slightly over 30 minutes, which is one of the few things about the OnePlus Nord that I can say is insane. Wrapping up with the OnePlus Nord, my conclusion remains the same. An amazing budget phone that manages to make its way to slightly above average in all the aspects that make up a smartphone. Nothing that really stands out, but yet manages to offer a great overall package at a good price. So yeah, I will recommend this phone to most people, and that's because of the price and the software, which will keep it running smooth and fast for years. However, if you're looking for great cameras on a phone, stay away from the OnePlus Nord. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll catch you guys in the next video.